Officer Ashton tucks into his little plate of eggs and bacon on his table for one. He wasn't a stranger to eating alone. He liked the fact that he was able to process his thoughts a lot more clearly. Then suddenly, just as he was chewing on his salty bacon, he noticed a little boy inside the cafe, his bright blue eyes staring straight at Ashton. For some strange reason, an uneasy feeling hit the pit of Ashton's stomach. Ashton didn't know it at the time, but this blue-eyed boy was about to change his life forever.
Hello, wonderful people. I'm Jamie Buck from WonderBot. And here is
Boy asks cop for photo, unaware it's what he needs.
Before we begin, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
For as long as he could remember, Ashton Tovey was determined to become a police officer. His father was one, as was his uncle. Loyalty and bravery was a family trait. And so, after years of hard work, finally Ashton Tovey became Officer Ashton Tovey. He wore his badge with pride, but this dedicated officer had no idea what was coming to him. Ashton had been a police officer for 4 years now, and every morning he woke up with a smile on his face. As hard as it could be, Ashton truly loved his job. He knew he was making a difference in everyone's life every time he walked out the door. But one dark night, an event took place that tore Ashton's world apart. One of the greatest things about Ashton's job wasn't the ability to help others or its pretty good pay. It was his two best friends, Felix and Marcus, who were on the force with him. The trio had started their police journey together. They were all roommates at the police academy. They had gone through so much together and were inseparable, both inside and outside of work. But that was soon about to change. Ashton was fast asleep when he first got the call. It was his boss, and on the 5th call, finally Ashton woke up and answered it. A tired Ashton said hello while yawning and rubbing his eyes. After a moment of silence, the boss responded, and what he said shook Ashton's world. You see, Felix and Marcus, Ashton's best friends, were on duty while Ashton was asleep. While patrolling the neighborhood, Felix and Marcus stumbled across a fight in the middle of the street. Unfortunately, the fight ended fatally and both Felix and Marcus passed away. This left Ashton devastated and angry, vowing to get his revenge. A few months had gone by since Felix and Marcus passed away that fateful night. For Ashton, he was still heartbroken. He was hardly sleeping or eating. He wondered how things would ever go back to normal, knowing his two best friends wouldn't be there at work to greet him with a high five and a fresh coffee. How was he going to carry on? Ashton decided to focus his time purely on work and helping others. But as hard as he tried, he couldn't really get over the fact that he had lost his two best friends. And so, 4 months after the loss of his friends, Ashton decided to go for lunch one warm summer day, but he had no idea what was about to happen to him. The sun was shining in his small town, and Ashton decided to take his lunch break. He loved to support small businesses, so he went to his local cafe. As soon as he set foot inside the cafe, the smell of freshly baked treats lingered in the air. He thought it was just going to be an ordinary lunch break. He was so wrong. Ashton sat himself down in the corner and ordered his food. He liked to eat alone. He was able to sit and process his thoughts a lot more clearly than the busy staff room at the police station. His food was swiftly brought over, and as he tucked into his eggs and bacon, he saw a little boy standing outside. Ashton didn't know it at the time, but this boy was about to change his life. The little boy walked inside the cafe while looking straight at Ashton. He joined the queue with his mom, and they waited to be seated. As Ashton was eating his food and sipping on his coffee, the boy was still staring. Did Ashton have something in his hair or on his face? Ashton was soon about to learn why the boy was so curious about the officer, and he wasn't prepared for the truth. Ashton smiled at the boy, and he quickly turned away. The officer carried on eating and brushed off the little boy's stares as nothing serious. But this boy was staring at Ashton for a reason that would leave the officer with a shiver up his spine. Ashton finished his food and left cash for the waiter, as he always does. But as he got home for the table, suddenly the little boy came walking over to him. Ashton never could have imagined how this meeting would turn out. "Excuse me," the little boy said with a gigantic smile. "Can I have a picture?" he asked. Ashton was stumped. "Who, me?" Ashton replied. "Yes, you," the little boy said. Suddenly, Ashton's world lit up. This little boy had well and truly turned Ashton's smile upside down. Ashton posed for the picture with the little boy, and even his mom had a tear in her eye as she took the picture. Ashton was so moved by this little boy, and he decided to post the story online as a way for people to see that not all cops are bad guys. But Ashton never could have expected the response he got. Within a matter of hours, Ashton, the little boy, and their selfie went viral. Thousands and thousands of people all around the globe had seen the selfie and read the story of Ashton and the little boy. For Ashton, it was reassuring to know he was doing his job well. And as a police officer, that's all he could ask for, right?